Hi, I'm your host James Wells and welcome to Cell States 101. First cell organelle we're going over is the nucleus. It's one of the largest organelles and is highly organized. It's enclosed with a double membrane called the nuclear envelope, which has pore-like openings with proteins that make up the nuclear lamina, which give it support and structure. The main role of the nucleus is to protect and store the DNA inside, which is considered to be the hard drive of a cell because it stores all the information there. The next cell organelle we're going over is the nucleolus, which is inside the nucleus. It makes up about 25%. In here, RNA is found in ribosomes, which are composed of small and large ribosomal subunits, which are used for protein synthesis. This is considered the factory of the cell. The next cell organelle we're going over is the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. It has a smooth and even surface that contains enzymes that can synthesize lipids. It also manufactures phospholipids, and the surface can form an endomembrane with the Golgi apparatus, which is a primary place for lipid and protein synthesis. This can be considered the processing plants for cells. The next organelle we're going over is the rough endoplasmic reticulum. This is different from the smooth endoplasmic reticulum since its surface is rough and uneven. On the inside, it is composed of a lumen, which is a layer of sacs, which contain ribosomes that are responsible for synthesizing proteins. Inside, these proteins undergo folding. This is considered the post office because everything made in here is destined to move. Going over the Golgi apparatus, it consists of flattened membranous sacs called cisternae. These sacs are stacked on top of one another. The Golgi apparatus is actually responsible for transporting everything out of the ER, which is considered the mailman of the cell. Mitochondria is one of the most important organelles of the cell because it produces all the ATP of the cell, which is the energy required for reactions. Each mitochondria consists of two membranes, which the outermost membrane defines its shape, while the innermost membrane is connected to a series of sac-like cristae. This is considered the nuclear power plant of the cell since it produces all the energy required for everything. Chloroplast is the next cell organelle we're going over. It is like the mitochondria, but it's only found in plants. It takes sunlight and converts it into chemical energy through photosynthesis. On the inside, it is dominated by flattened vesicles called dichloids. These dichloids are stacked in piles called grana. Certain enzymes are found in here called the stroma. This is another powerhouse, but it's only found in plants, so yeah. Next organelle we're going over is the vacuole. This is a large organelle that can occupy up to 30 to 90% of a cell's volume. This contributes to the rigidity of the plant. It also stores nutrients and breaks down complex molecules. This can be considered the warehouse of the cell. Lysosomes are the next cell organelle we're covering. It is a single-layered membrane which contains protein pumps. Inside is composed of acid hydrolase, which is a hydrolysis reaction catalyst. This is responsible for digestion and recycling of molecules, and this is considered the garbage bin of the cell. The next organelle we're going over is the cytoskeleton. The cytoskeleton has no membrane, and it consists of actin filaments, intermediate filaments, and microtubules. All of these provide support, transportation, and movement throughout the cell, and this is considered the highway of the cell. One of the final organelles we're going over are the centrioles. The centrioles' purpose are to help the cell divide. They are made up of microtubulars, and they are located near the nucleus. They are like a straw that lets one thing go from one side to another. The last cell organelle we're going over is the plasma cell membrane. It is a single-layered membrane which consists of transport and receptor proteins. It maintains the intracellular environment, and it also has a selective permeability. This could be considered a greenhouse because it protects and keeps the inside stable. That concludes the video. I'm your host James Wells, and thank you for watching.